Hi everyone, Fierce Technology here. What I have here is the Blackberry Curve 9360, and I'm going to be doing a full review on this phone right now. Stay tuned. So the first thing that you'll notice about this phone is just how thin and light this phone is. This phone is only 11 millimeters thick, and it only weighs 99 grams. So I'm just going to do a full walkthrough on what the actual phone looks like. So we have the nice keyboard here. We've got the trackpad, the send and end buttons, the Blackberry button, and the back button. The trackpad now does light up around with a nice little lighting. So if you're in the dark anywhere, it does light up quite nicely. We'll just go to the side right here. So we've got the USB jack on the bottom. It's just got your speakers so you can receive voice call. On the side we've got the camera button, and then we've got a little latch right here which will take off the back cover, which we'll do in a second. On the top we've got a lock button and your 3.5 millimeter headphone jack. So there you have it. We'll go to the back actually. So the back uses a 5 megapixel camera. The camera does not use autofocus, and it does take video of just VGA video, so it's not HD video. The Curve finally does have a flash, which is a nice improvement over all the previous generation Curve phones which never had a flash, so it's nice to have that. We'll take the battery door off right here. It does have that little latch like I mentioned. It's not like those ones that you slide off like the previous generation Blackberries. So we just take that little flap off like that. And there we have a EM1 battery. We've got the SIM card, and we've got the memory card. So I've got an 8 gigabyte memory card in my phone. Most of them come with a 2 gigabyte memory card, but I've thrown in an 8 gigabyte one in there. Blackberry has not cheaped out on the screen. We've got a really nice 480 by 360 resolution screen on here. Also on the bottom it does utilize a speaker just right there. The speaker is very, very loud. I've just put my phone down and turned on some music, and the volume is super, super loud, so I've noticed nice improvements over the speaker quality on this phone. This one does utilize 512 megabytes of built-in memory, so that's nice to have as well. I'm just going to zoom out here, and we're going to do a little bit of a physical comparison to my iPhone 4S, just so you guys can get an idea of the size of this phone. So there we go. So you can see the 4S is quite a bit longer in thickness. It looks like the 4S is slightly thinner, but I mean, for a Blackberry, having a Blackberry this thin is quite amazing. We'll go to the back of it as well. There you have it. So we'll put the iPhone aside. This brand new Curve from RIM does utilize an 800 megahertz processor, which is a huge improvement over the 624 megahertz processor on the previous generation Curve. The Curve does use also now OS 7, so the previous generation Curves used the OS 5 and OS 6, but this one does now use the OS 7, so you can definitely see the icons are quite a bit more colorful, a little bit more detail on the icons, which is nice to have. RIM has also got rid of the scrolling through, so before you were able to scroll through side to side. You can still do that on OS 7, but now you have the option to remove that. So as you can see, when I scroll side to side, there's no like downloads or music or any of those other options. It's strictly just my all, which is what I like to have. I like to keep it simple. I don't like having all those side scrolling things that did kind of annoy me a little bit. So this phone was definitely made to be your social networking device, and it does have full integration of Facebook and Twitter. A really nice thing I do like about this device when I'm using it is it does have this messaging icon. The messaging icon you can actually fully use for Facebook, Twitter, text messages, Blackberry Messenger, so you can have everything all in that one icon. So I really like having this one main icon here, so I can always go into it and have everything there. I don't have to keep opening up Facebook or Twitter or any of those apps. I all have that everything right in my messaging icon, which is really handy to have. It makes everything really quick and easy. I'm just going to head over to the browser right now. I'm going to open that up and just give you a quick demo on how that is. So if you're a user like myself who went from a bold 9900 to the curved 9360, you're always kind of looking to go pinch to zoom or any of that. But it's definitely not a touchscreen phone, so it's just going to use the regular non-touchscreen. I'm just going to quickly bring up CNN.com, popular site that I do go onto. As you can see, it brings up the mobile version. And the browser is not too bad. I mean, it's the OS 7 browser. I find it a little bit difficult to use without the touchscreen, but for a non-touchscreen device, it's definitely one of the best browsers out there. So if this is your first BlackBerry, you're not going to be disappointed. This is definitely an awesome browser to have. The integration with social networking is great. I'll quickly go over to the app world and just open that up. So we've got BlackBerry App World now, the new 3.0 one. So there we have it. We've got games, apps, payment options. It's got the nice search function in there, as well as it does utilize all types of different recommended apps right here, which scrolls nicely through. It's kind of like the QNX type system, so it looks pretty nice. So we look forward to that QNX system on the next generation BlackBerries. For all those BlackBerry users who have not used BBM Music, definitely check it out. You can connect it all up with your other BBM users. It's got all different types of music that you can download and share with your friends. So definitely really cool, so check that out. I definitely use that a lot on my Curve 9360. So there we have it. Overall, this is definitely a really great priced BlackBerry. It's fully packed with a lot of features in it. This is aimed towards the first-time BlackBerry user or someone who just wants a cheaper priced BlackBerry user. Don't be fooled though because of the pricing and because this is a lower model BlackBerry. I use a lot of different phones. I have the Bold 9900. I'll be picking up the 9790. But right now I'm using the Curve 9360. I have access to all these other devices, but I just really love the Curve 9360. I just really like the thin form factor on it. Really light phone, and it does everything that I need it to do. BBM obviously being one of the most popular things that I do use on it, but definitely a great phone. So there you have it. That's your Curve 9360 review. I'd love to hear any questions or comments, so please post up below and I'll do my best to answer as many of them as possible. And if you haven't already subscribed, please subscribe, and I will see you guys on my next review. Thanks a lot, guys. Have a great day.